All right, everybody, we started a conversation on our taxes, and it's so important to bring with you what you're going to need when you're going to get that done. What you're going to need is actually Jeff Hahn. He's back from Parker and Company. Jeff is a certified financial planner, and there's a lot of things you have to think about, of things to bring with you to make sure that you're getting every dollar back that you should. So good morning. Nice to have you here.
It's great to be here. Let's talk about the roller derby.
We're talking about the roller derby and being the jammers, and that Jeff just discovered that it's going on at Riverworks, right?
Right, yeah.
And I guess, and he said they're packing the house, right? Our team, our local team?
You know, a good friend of mine is a photographer for him, and he said...
you better get out of the way. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's selling out.
Yeah.
It's like great.
And I said, isn't that just such a Buffalo sport? Roller derby for women? I'm surprised we don't have the whole league here.
Right.
You know?
Well,
we're tough.
Yeah, I had no idea that was going on. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I got to get out of my foxhole.
You're going to have to, Jeff. You're going to have to get out this winter. You're not getting out enough.
Oh,
well,
man.
if you're getting out for your taxes, I suppose, you can go and see Jeff for that.
Yeah, take the air out of the balloon.
Yeah, we have to get back to business. Right. So we can talk about roller derby when you go with Jeff, but Jeff, what should people be thinking about? What should they need to bring with them?
Well, the big thing on the investment side, which is what we're dealing with, is there's a form called your 1099, right? So anything that you make money from, you get a W-2 for your employment income. Where you get income from some other source, like you used to get it from the bank for interest.
Right.
That's a 1099. So it's a form you have to have. With the investment side, the IRS has granted extensions the last couple of years. So where they used to come out at the end of January, now it's the end of February or even into March. Right?
Okay.
Good. And you want to make sure that the information, we're talking about the exciting topic of capital gains, right? Okay. Yeah. Right. Great.
You make it fun.
Thanks for listening, folks. But anyway, when you buy, let's say you buy a share of General Electric for $30 and you sell it for $35, that $5 is your capital gain.
Okay.
Okay, good. Same thing with a car or a house or whatever. Well, a house is different, but anything that you buy for one price and sell for a greater price is a capital gain.
All right, well, let me stop you there.
Yeah.
For those who have a 401k, your money is always being reinvested.
Right, and this doesn't apply.
It doesn't apply to that.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
401k is like an IRA, that's retirement income.
All right.
All of your taxes are deferred and until you take money out of it.
Okay.
Okay, good. Now well, I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Okay, good. So on your we're talking about regular investment accounts, non-retirement accounts.
Okay.
Good. So if you have a capital gain, you have to report it. And if you got mutual funds, the fund has capital gains.
And will they send you the
Yes.
information? Okay.
You will.
So watch for that in the mail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, but if it is on investments that you have held for a long time, you got to make sure that the information is accurate.
Okay.
Okay, because otherwise you could end up paying more tax than you need to. So the real message is make sure you got your 1099 and then make sure you have your cost information on the investments that were sold.
Okay.
Right? And if you need help with us, give us a call.
Right.
And we're going through this whole process now with hundreds of clients.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because we want to make sure that they're not having to pay more than they need to.
So if you're going to get your taxes done, but they have investment through you, they should see you first.
Well, at least give us a call.
Yeah.
And we're calling all our clients on this one.
You are?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a big deal. And yeah.
Okay.
Okay. My staff is like, we got our tongues hanging out.
I don't know.
That's why I was a little late getting here this morning,
Jeff,
because we were dealing with capital gains. Yeah.
All right, but also think about this, folks. Your investment accounts, withdrawals from 401ks.
Yes.
That information has got to be up front. Transfer of IRA.
Yes.
Got to have information about that.
Yes, and if you're rolling over, say you retired or your plan changed or you changed jobs and you're rolling from 401k to IRA, which is a very common thing,
Right.
there's a 1099 that is issued for that, right? You got to just make sure your accountant handles it correctly, and the accountants are usually, for the most part, really great about it.
Right.
Sometimes it gets missed, and people are getting a letter, and they got to do some amended returns and that kind of thing. But that's one of those things that we help the accountants out. And
All right,
clients
now
out with
let's
a
talk
lot.
about withdrawals from the 529s. That's usually a bulk. That's an account set aside for
Yes,
someone's education.
Interesting. Yes, great question. So on 529, and remember, when you have all these numbers, right, it refers to the section of the tax code that sets up that kind of plan.
Oh,
Okay, so-
I wonder where that
Yeah.
number came from.
That's 401k is section
401.
401 subsection K.
Okay.
Good. So for 529 deals with college savings. So as long as the expense is for qualified college expenses, college, not high school.
Okay, right.
Okay. So
What about grad school?
yes.
Okay.
Tuition, room, and board.
Okay.
Right, are the big ones, right? Then that money comes out of the 529 and it is not taxed.
Okay.
Okay, it's tax-free. If you go and buy a car or something like that, then you're into
Right.
another
Okay.
set of circumstances.
Also, don't forget things like interest payments of home equity.
Yep. And you'll get a statement from the bank saying
Right.
you paid this much, and that's a deduction, right?
Yes.
Not an income source.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't forget any paperwork for charitable donations.
Yes.
You should be getting those from your church and other places.
And again, if you
call them, you got to call them, I think.
sometimes, most charities have gotten pretty sophisticated on that, and they get the letters out, right? So you just have to have that documentation backing up.
Okay, all right.
Where it gets a little funny on that stuff is, gifts to the Salvation Army,
Right.
gifts of goods, right?
Yes.
So you'll get a statement from them as well,
Yes.
but it's usually up to you to figure out or list what the value was.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's,
It's kind of crazy what we have to go through to pay taxes, but
it really
Yeah.
really is. Are they ever going to make this any easier? I don't know.
Well, probably not.
Probably not, yeah.
There's talk about that now. It's on the political
Yeah,
stage.
yes, it is. It's getting attention.
Especially on the corporate side, where you have companies who are essentially leaving the country.
Yeah, that's right.
Stating that they are domiciled elsewhere, in a
Right.
different country, for tax purposes. And you have corporations now with hundreds of billions of dollars of income sitting in offshore accounts, because if they bring it back at stateside, the taxes are just too great.
And for those of us, if you do buy your own roller derby professional equipment, I think you can write that off. So you have to talk to Jeff.
Yeah, well, yeah. Actually, talk to your accountant on
Yeah. We'll meet you for a date.
Yeah,
It'll be fun. We'll talk about this stuff.
I don't know if those are considered self-employed individuals
I don't know.
or they're W-2.
I don't know. They're going to have to talk. But that's why you got to talk to someone like Jeff about this. Listen, and let me give you Jeff's information. If we've struck a nerve with someone and you need to get this information and you want to get the right information, you want to start a relationship with SC Parker and Company Incorporated. They're located right there at 5892 Main Street in Williamsville. Jeff's got a great office. You can give them a call at 632-6800 or just go to scparker.com.